So originally I wasn't going to take a video, but this is a 2005 Nissan Altima 2.5S, so it's the 4-cylinder. It's my girlfriend's car. I was just going to do an oil change on it. And then, when I was down here, I put it on these ramps, and while I was under it, see the tensioner? That belt is absolutely on the edge of its lifespan, about to snap. So, I had to go get a new belt. I wasn't going to record, but I saw that, and I was like, well, I might as well show them how to change the oil and change the belt. So, that's what we're going to do. First step, obviously, you need to get it off the ground somehow. Either with jack stands and a jack or a ramp. That's for the transmission, or I forget what they call them on front wheel drive cars. I'm not really interested in front wheel drive cars, so I don't know. I forgot what it's called. That's for the transmission, so don't drain that. This is for the oil pan on the passenger side if you're in the US. And your filter's right there. It's a 14 millimeter, so there you go, 14. Break that, let that drain. I'm gonna put that back in, then I'll show you how to take the filter off. So I put the drain plug back in. Now you need to take your filter off. If it's too tight, you can use an oil filter wrench, and this design's horrible. It's just going all down the frame. So I buy Toyota. Alright, let that drain for a minute. Okay, so now when it's time to put your new oil filter on, this O-ring needs to be lubed up. So, well, this is a STP. It's a part number for this filter. I'm gonna lube this little guy up here. And sometimes I like to pre-fill, but since this filter goes sideways, it'll just drain out, so just leave it. Okay, and you do not need to crank on this thing. Get it hand tight. That's tight enough. Hand tight, call it a day. Once you get the filter on and the drain plug in, you're ready to fill. This takes 4.4 quarts apparently. So I just buy the 5-quart jug. It's cheaper that way. And this takes 5W30. It might take, I don't know if it takes just regular oil or if it specifies for full synthetic, but I just run full synthetic in everything. So just do full synthetic. Yeah, just do it. So I'm gonna guesstimate. I'm gonna put like 4 quarts in, then start it, and then we'll go from there. So I put 4 quarts in it. Now I'm just gonna check it. Obviously, it's not on a level surface right now, but let's clean it. Put it back. Says it needs like half a quart. So I'm gonna fill this till it says full. Then we'll start it and back it off. Alright, ignore me over there. Go ahead and start it. I'm gonna back it down off the ramps. Okay, I'm gonna let it run for a second. Because you want the oil filter to get full of oil, because there's like I don't know, probably like a quarter of a quart can fit inside the oil filter. So after I started it, I checked the oil again. As you can see, it's low again because that filter is holding probably like a quarter quart now. So go ahead and top it off. So I went ahead and topped it off. She's full now. You're just gonna want to let it run for a while, rev it to like 3,000 RPM for a few seconds. Check for leaks. No leaks, and she's full, then you're good to go. Now we're gonna do the serpentine belt. Okay, so you want to put the car back on your jacks, or in my case on ramps. Some people say you should put it on jacks and take this wheel off, but on her car we do not have this plastic cover for some reason, so there's no need for me to take the wheel off. So you're gonna get your 14. The longer the better, more leverage. And you want to push it aft, so to the back of the car. My right arm here. So while I took tension off the tensioner, I had my girlfriend at the top put this little bolt through. It's probably not long enough, but it's fine. Alright, put that on. Once you get your new belt, you want to verify the length is close. You're not going to be able to get it perfect, but as you can see, the old one's a little longer, but that's because it's a little stretched out and it's been on the car for probably 18 years. I don't see Nissan on here, but I don't know if they stamp them with Nissan, but it's old enough to be OEM. So compare that with the new one. Yeah, terrible. So I'll put a belt diagram on the screen. You kind of just have to get it started. The only thing I don't have it on right now is the power steering pump, but you kind of just put it on there. Okay, so I got it all routed in here. It was a little difficult, but I just couldn't get the ribs flush on the crank. But now I'm gonna loosen the tensioner and have my girlfriend pull that bolt out. Then it'll be tight. All right. Has tension. Now we're gonna start it. Double check your routing though, and then start. I'm gonna have her start it while I'm on. Alright, that's good. There's an issue, it'd be going already. Now, last step for your Sunday fun day car maintenance. I do 5,000 mile oil changes. So instead of 74, 812, it's gonna be, next oil change will be 79, 812. And then I always write the date down. So go ahead and do that. All right, there it is. And also one more thing, I always like to keep a spare Serpentine in my trunk at all times. So buy two, keep one. Normally I would say use the old one as a spare, but since this one was so cracked, I would just throw it in the trash. But I always like to have two Serpentines, one on the car, one in the trunk for a backup. So thanks for watching.